What's up, YouTube? Just wanted. My name is Jeff Esplana, and I've been a mailman for 24 years now, and I wanted to share my experience. Started 19, not 9, yeah. Started year 2000. Got hired at the USPS, and from there, my life started. My wife and I, well, she was my girlfriend. My wife and I were still in our young stage, trying to find our way. And our plan was to get, you know, financially stable. And then the plan was to get good jobs and get married in the long run. So before the post office, I was working at a warehouse. So working at a warehouse, and Calstein was the company name. I got a letter, and it was from the post office. And man, I was psyched when I got that letter because I didn't want to work at this warehouse anymore. So I got that letter. It says like you're qualified, or you're qualified to take the test for the post office. So I got that, and I said, yeah, wow. Put my 2 weeks in advance, saying I'm out of here. I took the test at the post off for the post office, and then from there I had to wait maybe a year and a half. Mind you, it was 1999. 1999 when I took that test, and I waited about a year. And then after that, I got the letter back from the post office that says you are qualified. So I passed. I went to go to the interview. It was actually not an interview, it was a test. I think they asked us to take a test. And then, no, wait a minute. I did take the test. I took the test, and then I passed, and then now I went to go get a physical. That's what I wanted to say. Take a physical. After that, that was it, man. It was November year 2000. I got hired at the post office. Man, it was a struggle when I first started because you get 3 days with a trainer, and then after the 3 days, you're on your own. You got to deliver the mail on your own. And those times were real hard because I'm making some potatoes. Some potatoes. So I was with my trainer 3 years. I mean, not 3 years. 3 days. And it was a rough neighborhood in the Bay Area. I started in the Bay Area as a mailman. So rough area. When I was training for 3 days, the trainer was telling me, you got to do this, you got to do that. So I learned from that for 3 days, but didn't learn much because everything was like you have to learn stuff real fast, but you can't catch it because you got to learn it yourself. You got to be there by you got to catch everything. You got to soak in everything like a sponge, but it's just like it's too fast. So those 3 days went by quick. So now I'm on my own. The first day all by myself. Whoo boy. Man. In a rough neighborhood in the Bay Area. I started probably 7 o'clock by myself, and then they got the mail ready for me. Here's your mail. There's your keys. Whoop. Get the truck. And the truck was already loaded with the mail. And that's basically it. Here's the keys. That's it. You're on your own. All right. So went to go drive to the neighborhood. It was a rough neighborhood. It's a good thing I started. It was the projects, so that was really tough. I started over there, and then from there, it was a struggle, man. It was like the whole day. I don't think I ate lunch. So after that, it was already getting dark. And I noticed, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't see nothing delivering this mail. So, man, it was at 9, it was 8 o'clock at night already. It was dark, man. I couldn't see anything. I dropped mail. I was on the verge of just, man, I can't do this. I'm gonna quit. I want to quit. I called my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time, and she pulled me through. I called her up. I told her, man, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I could do this. But she told me, you can do this. You can do this. This is a new challenge in your life, and you pulled through. And I said, oh, so I had to toughen up. I had to, just like, all right, I'm gonna bring it in, finish, and see how I do after the next day. So I finished. It was already 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be a rough career. And much respect to all the mailmen in the world, man. I don't know how we do it, but back then it was rough. Right now it's like, I don't know, it's pretty easy, but back then it was really hard. So the next day I did come back to work, and it was a rough time at the time. Year 2000, the mail was really heavy. There was a lot of magazines. It was like the letters. There was not much packaged back then. There was no packages back then. Not like now. There's a lot of packages. But the mail, compared to the mail back then, it was like a lot of advertisement, a lot of coupons, and a lot of magazines. There's still a lot of Christmas letters. Not like before, but there was still a lot of Christmas letters back then. So, yeah. So now, fast forward 24 years, I've been a mailman now. And I can tell you now, it's better. It's better now because I'm a 24-year veteran, and I'm teaching, like, anybody new that comes in, like, they hire new people, they hire new mailmen. I give advice, because back then I didn't get no advice. I had to I had to pull through, toughen it out without no help. Nobody telling me this is what you do, this is what, how you do it. I had to learn it the hard way. So, being a mailman now, I want to give back because I don't want that person to struggle like how I struggled back then. Because you have to toughen up, man. You had to do a lot of work. So I try to give advice to any new any new mailman that gets hired. I even try, like, if they didn't have a uniform, I give them a postal shirt because I have a lot of postal shirts that are just sitting around and I don't use it at times because they're just sitting there and I don't use it anymore. So I lost weight because the shirts are kind of big now. They're kind of big, so like I had to change my size of my shirt. So I was I went to a extra large to large. Now I go medium because I lost a lot of weight. Just to take care of my body, though. Just to take care of my body. But anyways, the post office is a good place to work. It's a good place to work because they pay well. I mean, by overtime, you got holiday pay, a lot of overtime. So you like overtime, you like money, you like overtime. Oh man, come to the post office. Come to be a mailman. It's worth it. You like you like being outside. There's nobody following you around. Not like a desk job. I can't do desk job because I can't just sit down. I need to move around. That's for me though. I like moving around because that's just me. I can't sit down. I need to walk around. I need to be on my own. And that's how I like to work. So being a mailman is cool because you get to work on your own pace. And then you get to interact. You get to interact with customers. If you have a business, you have a business route. You get to interact with people, just real people, genuine people, and that's cool because you know you grow, you grow with them, and then you sometimes you just like, oh yeah, at Christmas times, woo, you get gifts. I don't want to say too much, but you get gifts because they've been a lot of customers love their mailman and they appreciate the mailman because you see them every day. That's not too many days off unless you don't take time off to being a mailman. It's good. The holiday pay is good because all the USPS gives all the holidays, and we just gained a holiday not too long ago called Juneteenth, the celebration of the slaves. If I'm not saying that right, but just um, back then. So I may see, I apologize if I'm not saying that right. Juneteenth. If I say that wrong, I'm not saying anything derogatory. So yeah, being a mailman is cool. So um, let's see if I have any stories about being a mailman. So yeah, we have cool stories, man. about being a mailman. I mean, you have that thing. You know, that have that saying, that term, that, oh, he's gonna go postal. You know that saying, oh, he's gonna go postal. It's like when you say that, it seems like a person is gonna go crazy or get violent or whatever. But you know, a lot of things happen in the post office, like, you know, and a lot of mailmen can relate to where they can't get along with their boss, or the job is getting stressful. And my daughter, she wants to get a snack.
No, I'm getting it for Apple.
Oh, you're getting a snack for your sister? Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Like it's stress, if the job's getting stressful, you know, that's what the term they use because when they work at a post office, they say, "Oh, this person's gonna go postal." Like, yeah. Sometimes the jobs can get stressful, and you know, people in past times, mailman did get like, you know, it gets frustrating sometimes because sometimes you can't get along with other coworkers. You can't get along with bosses. You can't get along with your customers, maybe. You know, or you're like your customers had a dog and the mailman just got fed up and I can't I can't deliver that to that person's house anymore because his dog is just out there and he don't want to put him inside. So it's like, yeah, there's terms like postal and things like that, but then you learn. Sometimes it depends on the person, that how he can being at the job, because every job has a person that they don't like or they can't get along with, and people just don't make the job easy. It can get toxic. It can get toxic. So I'm saying, like, yeah, postal, getting the person going postal, it can mean like that. It can go irate. If I'm saying that word right, irate, or you know, but yeah, every job has ups and downs, but I like being a mailman because it's like I could do what I want, on my own pace, because I don't get followed by anybody, or I like to move around, move at my own pace. I like talking to customers. I like talking to people because that's the type of person I am. That's the type of mailman I am. I like to interact, you know, and I think you need that. I think everybody needs that. Talk to people and interact. We need that now because it's like, technology's taking over. So like, you know, we need to interact with people, you know, and that's pretty much. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys like what I said about being a mailman, and I ain't done. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Like, I'm gonna try to do this every day. Like, I'm gonna talk about being a mailman, or like what I did today, or you know, or if you want to say you want to drop a comment, ask me a question about how being a mailman, how is it, or something that I miss, or if you're a mailman, ask me. I have 24 years, so you can ask me a question that you need to know because I know mostly all the rules. Like if you're something that your shop steward can't answer, you ask me. You can ask me a question, and then we can go from there. And I'll drop a video maybe tomorrow. So peace out, man. If you like this content, you know, drop a comment, subscribe, and drop a like. And let's try to do this tomorrow. Peace out.